Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Detroit Become Human. I am Circle Master, and joining me today we have TheLastRoboKy.
Hello, everybody. I can certify that I'm, in fact, almost human.
Yeah, he is Australian, so he doesn't quite qualify.
It's the spiders that are like living inside of me. They sort of throw the reading off.
Well,
Someone please get the spiders out of me.
you have to leave Australia first for that. There's some kind of thing about animals entering and leaving Australia that everything goes wrong when it happens.
Yes, thank you, cane toads.
Yeah, there's toads. There was a thing with rabbits. I'm pretty sure there was some kind of bird that it happened with as well.
Loads of different birds, but that's okay, because like everyone needs pigeons. The sexiest android. Sorry.
What,
Yes,
would you
I've
want
been warned about
not
this.
the sexiest androids at your android sex club?
He's playing with a drill inside my skull.
Well. Oh, yeah, there he is. There he is, Connor. Full disclosure for everybody. I don't know too much about this game. I haven't really caught up at all on what's going on, but I do know about Connor, and I do know about the old man he looks after, who's actually like a police officer.
Hank.
Hank. That's his name.
He's played
And
by
I have-
Clancy Brown, who's a national treasure, and more people should appreciate him.
Oh no,
I
I
can't
like
believe
everything.
I'm alone in
Everything I've
this.
seen of him. Oh dear. Oh no. There's been a crime at the Sexy Android Club.
Yes, a man was murdered by a sexy android.
now we're going to investigate it.
So these are what pass for sexy androids. We've got, oh, there we go.
So that said follow
Got
Hunk for a
Asian
second
man.
Connor, the fuck are you doing?
Oh, Hank doesn't like us looking at the sexy androids. There, let's freeze time for a bit. We've got this one just to our left is the same model as North, who is an android that we've seen in Marcus's chapter. We've got black man, Asian woman, white guy, and we kind of passed a. I think the one in the first tube was also the same Asian woman as that one, but I can't see it anymore because we walked past.
because
And
Hank's
we've got,
just a grumpy
I think
old
that's
fun hater.
White woman on the pole. And then we've got Asian. No, that's black man again. That's Asian man in the tube. So there's like 5 different sexy androids.
Oh, by the way.
So
Oh, great.
this honestly like looks less like a strip club, like with sexy robots that just happen to be in it, and it just kind of seems more like a car dealership only for sexy robots.
No, this is not a strip club. This is they're in the tubes, and you can go up and rent the androids to bang them.
Oh yeah?
So they're
Okay,
you just
I
walk up to
understand
the
now.
tube and say, "I want this android," and then you pick a room, and you bang the android, and that's it. It's straight up sex.
He got more action. He could handle.
Come on, let's go.
He shouldn't have asked for the rocket punch special.
It's starting to stink of booze in here.
Has anyone ever figured out that like shoulder charging Connor isn't really going to have that much of an effect because he's just like just so like completely stoic about everything. It's like, yeah, I'm going to show this robot I don't like him, and Connor's just like stabilized.
Well, it's more about the emotional satisfaction that you get from shoulder checking the android than anything else.
I guess. I do like everything I've seen so far of this stuff. It's really weird. David Cage does like the weirdest games where you like have to fist fight a chicken and things like that. But then he does really cool sequences where you're like doing reconstructions of sequences and like, you know, examining bodies to figure stuff out. If only he could just sort of get his perviness under control, this would be like, he would be fantastic.
Well, it's not so much the perviness that's the problem here, because, you know, if there were androids that were human-like to this extent, we would absolutely be using them for sex. And in fact, that's probably the first thing that we would use them for.
He was
But
strangled.
it's all of the blatant
Doesn't prove anything.
lack of subtlety to the slave
Hey!
/ civil
You're
rights
so disgusting.
symbolism, etc. that goes on that make it really cringy. So if we could just, tone that stuff down, this would be a really great game.
Has anyone figured out Connor is actually an android vampire yet, or do they just still think he's examining people with intent to determine what killed them?
No, in the first scene where he did that, he explained that he has a sensor in his tongue.
If I can, it'll only be
Yeah, I did say that, but I just
But you just chose not to believe it.
No, would you trust an android vampire to tell you how he functions?
Whoops. I let go of R1, and now I have to slowly wait for him to put it back.
That's one thing I don't like about David Cage games, is just that. Oh no!
Calm down.
Oh, that's cool.
Everything's all right. All we want is to know what happened.
Everything's alright. I can see the length of your life before my eyes, but everything's alright.
Tell me what happened.
He started hitting me again and again.
Did you kill him?
No, it wasn't me.
Were you alone in the room? Was there anyone else with you?
He wanted us to play with 2 girls. That's what he said. There was 2 of us.
What model was the other android? Did it look like you?
So there was another android. This happened over an hour ago. It's probably long gone.
No. It couldn't go outside dressed like that unnoticed. It might still be here.
Think you could find a deviant among all the other androids?
Oh no, now we have to find the hidden murder android in the sex club.
Easily detected.
Oh, shit. There's gotta be some other way.
Just ask all the androids, do you like sex? And the one that says no must be the deviant. Because all the other ones are programmed to say
I'm
yes.
gonna go ask the manager a few questions about what he saw. You let me know if you think of anything.
I kind of feel like that would work.
No, because the deviant's just gonna lie and say yes.
Yeah, but that's the deviant has to think about that though, because they're like, but they expect me to lie. So what if I told them the truth? That would throw them off.
Well,
I'm 5 minutes old and I killed a man.
Well, then we get into the Blade Runner Void Conf test where we're asking questions and measuring reaction time.
Quick, someone get me a total. I'm gonna solve this mystery immediately.
Something?
Maybe.
Oh dear. Yeah, hey Hank, buy me a sex doll.
For fuck's sake, Connor, we got better things to do.
Please, Lieutenant. Just trust me.
So, no, I want to point out, in the previous chapter, Marcus was able to hack all sorts of machines by using his robot hands. Connor apparently cannot hack robot machines. So it's apparently something that only Marcus can do with his magic Robo-Jesus powers. Since Connor is a more advanced robot who does not have these hacking powers. So it's yet another special Marcus Robo-Jesus power to be able to hack into machines.
Okay, now.
Just arbitrarily.
Was Marcus a prototype? Was Marcus a prototype? Because that's how, the prototype model is always more powerful and has more features than
Marcus
the other
was...
Oh, whoa, Connor, please! Do not probe that lady! What was with that angle? Sorry.
Marcus was a special one-off made, as a gift for a celebrity.
I see. So he's
So
the painting one that I've seen.
Yeah. But Connor is like the latest and greatest.
So what?
The deviant
Made specially to investigate
Blue-haired
deviants.
Tracy. Club policy is to wipe the android's memory every 2 hours. We only have a few minutes if we want to find another witness.
We've only got 2 minutes. That's really messed up too. It's like,
Hey, what am I
but
supposed to
like
do
they
with
wipe
this
the
one?
memory
Tell you
every
change your mind.
2 hours.
Sorry, honey, changed my mind.
Let's try this one.
This better be.
Well, do you want the sex club to have audiovisual recordings of all of your escapades?
Well, I'm sure they
You know-
hold on to it anyway. Like, let's be honest here. Blackmail. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, people are worried about what's on their Facebook. Do you think
It's
that
all
they're gonna
Peter and
let
Tracy. I
their
know which way
sex
it went.
club endeavors
Go for it.
slide?
Look, they've already tracked their mobile phone when they've walked in the joint. Like, the CIA knows exactly where they are and how much they've spent. Their fucking credit card was probably tracked on their personal account or whatever when they bought the damn thing and hired it. We're going into some very disturbing ideas of just that, what it means to be human when robots are becoming human, but humans are becoming less free to be humans, and but
Well, you keep doing that because I'm trying to follow the path of this, and it's hard for me to commentate at the same
yeah, I keep
time.
forgetting you're doing this in real time as I'm just like laughing at like Connor just grabbing.
Just grabbing
Like that's
strippers.
a big no-no. That's a big no-no grabbing the people on the stage. this dance. It's killing me.
Didn't see
So
anything.
this
I made a
android
mistake
doesn't have the booty we needed. This is getting judged. Hank's credit card.
He's gonna expense it to the department.
Hank, why have you hired 500 sex robots? Fuck you. Just throws a whiskey bottle at the
Lost its
chief.
track again.
It's an interesting concept, though. You've got a limited amount of time to complete this investigation, but it's a job of like linking up and surveilling. I think that's actually really, like, it's another really sort of cool concept I like about this.
I'm worried about the stripper blocking this one. Why are you looking at the wall? Oh, a fat guy blocked it.
Oh, of course, it's always the fat guy.
I mean, if David Cage games have taught us anything, it's that fat guys with beards are the greatest villains in history.
I mean, Swery also taught us similar.
No, I'm pretty sure that
Blue-haired Tracy didn't come
not
this way.
all of his games have fat guys with beards as villains. In D4,
Well,
at least in episode 1 of D4, not the fat guy with the beard isn't a villain.
I mean, I just don't trust Case and Green. There we go. Oh, it turned to the blue room.
And in Spy Fiction, I don't think the fat guy was the villain. I don't remember though.
Yeah,
It's
but he
been a while
was
since I watched that
a
LP.
villain. He was not the villain, but he was a villain.
Was he?
Yes. He was
It's
selling
really
off
hard to turn the
secrets and
camera in
stuff.
this game unless you use R2, and that's really annoying. Just FYI. Oh hey, this is model number 6 in the sex club. A different white woman.
That was like the one robot not used for sex right there. It's the janitor robot. How much does he cost? I'd like him to mop my floors.
That one, it was this one. Yeah, you know what? The janitor one's free. Where'd the janitor go?
Yeah, the janitor is probably one of your best indicators of
Well,
what the
unless he's
devil's been
staring
going
at
on
the
around
floor
here.
the whole time.
I guess we'll find out.
See this? What was that?
Would that be her leaving the room?
Maybe, but he's staring at the floor.
I suppose
Oh,
that's his
he
job.
turned up.
Oh, he checked it
Aha.
out. Hey, she's slipped into the stuff door.
I know where it went. Follow me.
Fucking A.
Yeah, I find this incredibly interesting.
See, and there are sequences like this that are interesting in this game, and the whole
Yeah,
branching path thing is
Take
done
it from here.
usually very well. It's just that a lot of the writing isn't good, and a lot of the symbolism isn't good.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'd love to see a sequel to this game that's not headed up by David Cage, maybe. And like, maybe give somebody else at Quantic Dream a chance
Shit! We're too
to,
late.
you know, take the lead.
Now we gotta try and find the blue-haired robot lady. Just a sexy maintenance room. I remember this sequence from iRobot with Will Smith.
Oh, I'm sorry that you remember that movie. Oh, what did that say?
Christ, look at them. They get used till they break, and then they get tossed
RA9
out.
again.
RA9 is something coming up a lot, is it?
Tis. They think it's some sort of messiah. That RA9 will save
okay.
them.
First, the models are among us. That's the weirdest thing to see written about in.
It's
in a
you know,
robot sex club.
anti-aging technology that, you know.
And they were too late to take
Whoops.
advantage of it for sex workers because we've already developed sex robots. That's the saddest. What you don't see is that whenever Connor's reading one of these, Hank descends further into alcoholism.
People are fucking insane. They don't want relationships anymore.
No, he's
Everybody just gets
descending
an
into
android. Cook what you
millennial
want,
nihilism.
screw when you want. You don't have to worry about how they feel.
These
Next thing you know,
cyber
we're gonna be
boomers.
extinct because everybody would rather buy a piece of plastic than to love another human being. Beats
Though to be fair, that is you know one of the oldest concerns regarding machine life. We develop them, but what if people find that having the perfect partner tailored to them basically means they don't ever have to interact, fall in love, or copulate with anybody ever again because their needs are met, and then you get like stuff like in Wall-E where humanity have turned into blob people.
Aha!
Haha!
Hey.
Oh! Whoa!
You're somebody else
lady.
entirely.
Don't move!
Clammed one.
Oh, hey. Now it's a 2-on-2. That's entirely too fair of a fight for me.
This is some robot tag team wrestling. Use your photon beam, Connor. You can do it. Shoot lasers from your eyes.
He's not that quite advanced.
Even in an unreal reality of robot people, my dreams of robot powers just aren't met.
Also, it's illegal for androids to have weapons.
Ooh, I like that.
And Connor's a good boy who doesn't have weapons.
Oh, he's doing a pretty good job of fighting. He even made sure to throw the shelf down so that so she could do a sexy walk over the top of it.
Well, of course. I'm gonna have to censor that part
Wow.
out. That was entirely.
Yeah, I was about to
right.
say that's a little bit too lewd for me. Oh man, I've seen how this goes in the WWE. 2-on-1 fight is never fair.
Well, that's why I was trying to set that up with Connor and Hank versus Blue Hair, and then it turned on me.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Well,
Ooh, now it's the big decision.
When that man broke the other Tracy, I knew I was next. I was so scared. I begged him to stop, but he wouldn't. And so I put my hands around his throat, and I squeezed until he stopped moving. I didn't mean to kill him. I just wanted to stay alive. Get back to the one I love. I wanted her to hold me in her arms again. Make me forget about the humans. Their smell of sweat. And their dirty words. Come on. Let's go.
It's probably better.
Hey, Hank likes that we let him go. Hank likes that Connor didn't shoot his wife.
Look, honestly, like, I wasn't sure where you were going to go with it either, so I was actually on the edge of my seat there. That's pretty cool. I liked that.
So as you can see, if you shoot the deviant, the other deviant will kill herself with the gun, and they end up both dead. Connor's not happy about that. If you don't shoot them, they just leave, and you let them. And the other option is you lose the fight, and guess what? Connor gets shot. It's not happy.
Oof. Yeah.
Looks like I did miss
And of course,
something.
that's just... Oh, yeah. And there's also, like, a straight up, I guess, that deviation is... If you just straight up don't complete the investigation.
Yeah, if you just
like,
don't
fuck
find
up,
them.
don't get them in time.
I think
like,
the thing
"God,
that you
are
miss
dumb
is...
robot.
There's always one thing that you miss in these search things, which is Hank complains and says, we'll never find them, let's just go. And then...
Fuck it. Let's go get burgers.
Hank says fuck it. And then...
Jeez, Hank.
usually you have a convince him to stay for a little bit longer. And then you
Hank, it's your job, Hank.
Because there's a hidden timer, basically, to find them. But it's pretty generous. And then, you
cool.
don't find them, the end. But yeah, if you lose the quick time match, you get got.
Which is unfortunate.
Um,
Instead, we have a sequence which is, it's like, I don't know, like it's just such an interesting idea, and they did it well in this sequence,
Yeah.
I think.
And then there's always the you don't even find out that she got to the warehouse, so you don't even get that far. You fail in the finding a witness portion.
just goof it all up.
And
It's
then there's
fine.
just how you talk to the android when you resurrect her at the crime scene.
Yeah.
And somehow
Yeah, so
1% of people did not even search for clues. I don't even know how that works. I don't
1% people
know.
just
Maybe that's a rounding
stopped.
error, but I don't know how that even would happen.
Oh, okay. So that percentage is what people did.
Yeah, these are the world
Total.
statistics.
Wow, that's really cool that they track that and show you.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I mean,
This is what,
it's
how many
basically
episodes
what
are you in? And I'm
Telltale
just like,
did.
wow, this basic concept is amazing to me.
Yeah, it's basically what Telltale did when they showed you X% of people did this or that with, 5 decisions across an entire chapter, but broken down over all of them. So it's
Wow.
better than what Telltale
I guess
did.
that 1% just hung out at the sex robot in the introduction, and Hank was just like, God damn it, Connor!
Yeah, I don't know, but
And hit him with a whiskey bottle.
so yeah, it actually shows you what the branch points and decision points are, as opposed to the illusion of choice. It's a actual flow chart, so you can go for 100% completion or what have you.
I do appreciate it tells you as well how things could have gone, and like you know.
Well, like
that
this
gives
is
you-
this
gives
is
you a good
revealed
idea.
because I've done it on a previous playthrough. This is
Oh.
this is blank because I haven't done it on a previous playthrough.
Because
But
you've never failed the QTE.
yeah, because I haven't failed the QTE. But guess what? I'm not an idiot, and I can infer, or I can just
Yeah.
I can look up what other people have done.
I will say this though, like the only time it's acceptable to fail the QTE is if there was a chicken in the warehouse, because then I would have gotten to see Connor fighting a chicken, but clearly that's not in this one, so
Yeah, that's not in this one.
I will never ever let that go. I will never let that sequence go. It is, in my opinion, that sequence in Heavy Rain with the chicken is probably one of the greatest bumbling chase scenes in video game history, and probably one of my all-time favorite video game scenes in a game I have never and will never play.
See, the problem with the bumbling chase scene is that I don't even think it does anything other than affect the cutscene. You know, you get
pretty
bumbling or you get smoothness, but either way, you get to the end of the chase the same way. Whereas there was a chase scene with Connor chasing a deviant earlier in the game, and if you do the chase well, you get a different result than if you do the chase poorly.
Yeah, it sounds like someone had their head on their shoulders in this one, getting this fixed up.
Yeah, and that someone
like it.
was not named David Cage. Because that someone would not have put the androids in blue armbands to signify them as androids.
David Cage.
He would not have
has
put
just
them
stopped searching
in
for his name on the
compartments in
internet
the
now
backs
because
of
it's
buses.
upsetting. Like in like another 10 years time, like David Cage is gonna be a byword for heavy-handed narrative or something like that. He's really David Cage that story.
I don't know.
Man, that was a pretty great sequence though.
Yeah, it's a good chapter.
Yeah, if I was completely unaware of this game and I was showed that, I would probably be interested about buying this game.
Well,
If I lived in a tiny bubble and had no idea who David Cage
If you
was
lived in
and
a
the
tiny
crimes
bubble
against
and
humanity he performs on a regular basis.
I will continue to say that Detroit Become Human is David Cage's best game, and that is a very low bar. But I will also continue to say, don't buy it on my sister's account because she does not get a piece of the royalties. She doesn't get a piece of it if you buy a game, so don't do it just for her.
So
Anyway, so thank you very much, TheLastRoboKy, for joining me for this. Is there anything that you would like to shill or promote that you're doing right now?
No, because pretty much all, like, we've got the Dishonored 2 Let's Play if you like watching the same game played 4 times really slowly. And I just keep an eye out, everybody, because eventually there will be a new Let's Play coming from me. Eventually.
So,
Look out for it!
So it's Time Warriors YouTube.
Yes. Yes, Time
channel.
Warriors.
So
No spacebar.
check them out. And Dishonored 2 times 4 equals Dishonored 8 or something.
Pretty much.
Something like that. I don't know how math works, but thank you for
That's
joining
okay,
me
neither
anyway.
way. Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me, and thank you for showing me this really cool sequence.
You're very welcome. And thanks everybody for watching. Until next time, take care.